So, hello everyone. I have not done one of these in absolutely ages, and this is a reading wrap up. I will try and get into the light so it's not blinding you so much. But yeah, I've done really well this month. I've actually read 3 books. I'm on my 4th, but I don't think I will get it done in time for the end of October. So I'm literally just gonna do these 3 and call it a day. 2 of them are spooky and fit for Halloween, but the other one kind of doesn't, but it is kind of a thriller of like who done it, that type of thing. So unfortunately, one of them will be going and 2 of them will be staying, and one I'm annoyed at myself that it took me so long to read it because I was like kept putting it off and off, and then I was like, why did I put this book off? But we will go with the one I'm not keeping. So the first book that I'm going to talk a little bit about is Wicked Little Deeds by Kat. So the cover's really pretty, and there's an apple on the back, which I think symbolises the necklace, which is really cute. Now, this is a novel, so there's not a series or anything like that, and there's no cliffhangers, so you could get through it quite quickly, and it's kind of a YA, kind of a little bit of horror in there, but also it's kind of a thriller, because as I say, you're trying to work out who the killer is. So as always, I will read you the back. Ava Thorne has always thought of the legends of her hometown Burden Falls as just that, legends. But ever since a horrific accident she witnessed a year ago, she can't stop having nightmares, and the town's creepy stories are starting to feel more like fact than fiction. Then her school nemesis is brutally murdered, and Ava finds herself the primary suspect. Why do all of Burden Falls' tragedies seem to lead back to her family? And who is the nightmare figure haunting her steps? Whatever the secrets Burden Falls is hiding, there's a killer on the loose, and they are coming for the Fawns. So there's 2 families in this. There's Ava, and then there's, I can't even remember his name. Oh, that's really bad. But there's basically a boy who's in the family, but basically Ava Thorne is the main character, and she loses her parents in a car crash that she was in. She was the only survivor, and her dad said that before he passed, he saw Sadie. Now, Sadie is a imaginary haunting type figure that the whole of the Burden Fall, seem to think, but obviously Sadie's not kind of real, and that she's got her eyes are missing as well, which is kind of gruesome. But anyway, Ava loses her parents in a car accident, and her dad had a seizure, and obviously her mum lost know what I'm trying to say, but I can't get out. Couldn't concentrate properly. So the father of the boy who she spends time with throughout this book, I generally can't remember his name, even though I've reviewed this book. It's so bad. But basically, the boy's father runs them off the road, and she blames his dad for the accident because obviously she's lost her parents. They've had to sell Thorn Manor, which had an orchard. So they were quite a important family and had a lot of status up until the accident. But Ava's dad's brother, Uncle, I think it's Uncle T.Y., or we'll just call him Uncle T, and his girlfriend, Caroline, or Carolyn, turns out to be the killer because they were absolutely mad that the other family had taken the family for everything, and that Ava didn't have enough money in that, and that, you know, her father's brother didn't have like enough money, so it was all like a jealousy thing, and wanting more money was the drive behind it. While it was interesting, the kills in this was kind of gruesome because there were several people who had their eyes missing or punched in. So yeah, that was kind of gross, but I recommend it if you like thrillers and that kind of thing. And as I say, if you want a town that's being haunted and people don't know like who the killer is and everyone's on like high alert, that kind of thing, this is definitely for you. But unfortunately it was not enough for me to keep it, and I think it did take me over about a month to read it as well. So it, because I weren't like constantly in and out of this book, and I wasn't really eager to pick it up, that's why I'm letting this one go. But yeah, lovely cover, lovely story. Yeah, I highly recommend it. The next book I'm going to talk about, and this has took me so long to pick this up and I'm so annoyed at myself, is Anna Dressed in Blood. Now this has had a cover redone, I'm aware, so this is like the old cover, which I think I prefer this cover. This is a story basically about, well, I will read you the blurb first. Kaz Lowood is no ordinary guy. He hunts dead people. People like Anna, Anna dressed in blood, a beautiful murderous ghost entangled in curses and rage. Kaz knows he must destroy her, but as her tragic past is revealed, he starts to understand why Anna has killed everyone who ever dared to enter her spooky home. Everyone, that is, except Cass. So this is basically a story, kind of Ghostbusters is mentioned a lot in this book, is where Cass goes and hunts ghosts, and he hunts Anna, and his plan is to obviously kill Anna again, because that's what he does, he finds the ghosts and kills them again. But he ends up falling in love with Anna, and he has to learn the tragic story of how Anna died. And unfortunately, spoilers, I forgot to mention for this video, there is a lot of spoilers. She died from her mother, who kind of, they didn't have a greatest relationship, and Anna wanted to go to this dance type thing, but she never got there, and her mother killed her and put a curse in the house to keep Anna trapped in the house. So whenever Anna and there was people in the house, Anna would kill all of these people, and the horror is like, the details to the horror, 10 for me. It's not too graphic, but it's enough to be like, I didn't sleep with the lights on, as they said on the back, but it was still a good book. And obviously there is a black kitty mentioned in this, that is Kaz's mother's cat, and obviously Kaz's mother is a witch. There is book 2 to this, The Girl of Nightmares, which I was hoping to get around to this year, but I will hope to get around soon. This is how many tabs I needed to keep in contact, not in contact, but to keep hold of the details. But yeah, so unfortunately Kaz lost his dad, because his dad was a ghost hunter as well, and yeah, he kind of loses his dad, and then he goes to this new school and has a group of friends, and Carmel is kind of like the nice one and not the arsehole, and Thomas is the nice one as well, and then Carmel's boyfriend is kind of a bit of a, you know, jerk, and he ends up losing his life in Anna's house, which is unfortunate, but he kind of deserved that, you know. But yeah, the only thing I would say that I want to nitpick at this is the fact that the author killed the kitty off, and I'm so annoyed about that, because the kitty being described was down to a T. I loved it. I gave it an extra star just for the kitty, and it's like, come on, you killed the kitty off, and it's not fair, and it's just an innocent little kitty. But yeah, if you like ghost hunting and ghosts, that type of thing, with a little bit of romance but nothing too heavy or deep, this is definitely the book for you. As I say, I'm very lucky to have the one with the old cover before it got redone, but this is one that I'm definitely keeping. And this was the book that got me out of the reading slump from Wicked Little Deeds. Yeah, just because this was like, came out in like after 2010, which is when personally I think was a really good era for books, with writing styles and stuff. So yeah, if I really like that one, definitely keeping it. And then the last one is that I will be keeping, and this author is very known for her cliffhangers, but she does write really good stories. Now, I do have a few things to nitpick. So this is The Haunting by Natasha Preston. Now, the only thing is, the main character is a little bit moany, and, you know, that kind of did my head in. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to do that. But yeah, unfortunately, the character was a little bit moany, but there wasn't really much we could do about it. I've read The Island from Natasha Preston, and all of these books have had reviews done on my channel, so if you're interested you can go under the playlist and go under book reviews. But this is, Penny knows she must forget about her ex Nash ever since his father was revealed as the brutal serial killer who traumatized their small town. Last Halloween, Penny's parents have forbidden her to have anything to do with Nash or his family. It's hard not to think of him, but she's trying. That stops when she goes shopping with friends for a costume. What she finds instead is ripped from a horror movie. Someone from school is bleeding out on the floor of a dressing room, stabbed. So this is a bit like Scream and, like, again, whodunit, who's the killer. So if you like those two type of things in a thriller, this is definitely for you. People are quick to blame Nash and his sister Grace, but as Halloween nears and the body count rises, Penny can't help thinking the copycat killer is someone no one else suspects. And I'm trying to think if I've got any more of her books, but I think generally this is it, and then I've got The Dare to read. But yeah, I finished this one in under about a week and a bit. But as I say, the main character was a little bit annoying because she kind of kept being like, I feel really sorry for Nash, but Nash was the one who's going for it. So Nash's dad, and spoilers alert, took the fall for Grace because Grace was actually the killer all along, Nash's sister, and the fact that he had to find out in the most brutal way, and she'd been going around town again killing people, but she had help from Oma, which is Penny and Zane's friend, and also Nash's friend, which was like a gut-wrenching trip. But basically over the Halloween period, all these bodies start turning up, and they've been stabbed and they've been killed, and one of them like falls out of the toilets at the pumpkin patch, which was kind of gross, and I was like, stuff for that. But yeah, but the real thingy of it, it kind of kept me guessing, and I did come to the conclusion that I thought it was Grace, but then when she came up with her excuses, I was like, sorry, I was like, I don't think it is Grace, but no, it turns out it was Grace and Oma who were killing these people, and her father took the fall for it in order to protect her and for her to sort her life out and have a good life, but she did not do that, unfortunately. This is very well written, a lot of detail. As I say, these are novels, so they're not like, there's no series attached to them. But the cliffhangers, we end on that Nash shoots his sister, and we just have bang, and that's it. Like, we don't know if they've been arrested, we don't know if Penny's okay, like, we don't know any of that. Like, Natasha, please do another book, and please do another book to The Island, because these cliffhangers are funny, but they are ridiculous, because you get to the end of the book and then it's just like, oh, Nash, don't, and then bang, and then it's just it's over. There's like nothing to explain. There's no, like, 6 months after or anything, and it's just like, oh my god, like, why are you doing this to us? You're a good writer, but why put us through all this? But yeah, I decided last minute that I am gonna keep it, because like I say, I did get through it, and it is a really good wintry Halloween read. So but yeah, if you like kind of dead bodies, and again, who done it and who the killer is and parties and stuff like that, this is definitely for you. And the cover's really pretty as well. So yeah, that's my read and wrap up for October. So thank you very much for watching, and obviously any support would be very much appreciated, because it helps me get towards my goal of a book channel, which I really want to do, but obviously being the Obsidian Nook, that opens my channel up to do other things that I want to do. So yeah, thank you very much.